Hey everybody, my name is Hinarira and welcome to our event tonight. We call it a few things. We call it Becoming Angels of Change. We call it Bring Back the Joy. But it's just an event where we get together as a group of people, a group of passionate people, and we share what we're loving, we share what we're passionate about. And to start off, I'll just quickly introduce myself. So my name is Hinarira. I've just moved from Australia, actually, no, not just, 6 months ago. It's gone so fast. I'm in a place called Kaikohe in New Zealand, and I homeschool I have 5 children, and we homeschool. And last year was a very interesting year for us. We were on the road for about maybe 6-7 months. And then we came over to New Zealand for a holiday, and that was the end of that. We ended up staying here. So I might share a little bit about my story later. But firstly, what I wanted to talk to you about is why we're all here and what's got us all excited. So it's something called Juice Plus. So Juice Plus came into my life 20 months ago. About just over 2 years ago, I was looking for something to bridge the gap between what we were eating and what we should be eating. So we lived in Tasmania, and Tasmania was, for us, it was pretty cold at the time, and so we had come from Queensland. We had smoothies and green smoothies and fresh produce. Then we came to this place where I found it hard to eat a lot of the raw food. So I was looking for something. I came across this Juice Plus, but I didn't jump on board straight away. I'm very particular about what I put into my family's body. And so I researched it for about 5 months. And then I just jumped straight in. And I mean, obviously we've been on it for 20 months. These are what they are. So we've got their fruits, vegetable, and berry capsules. Okay, so there's almost 30 of them. They've been picked at their peak ripeness. They've been juiced, and the sugar and the moisture's been removed. And then they are dried at a very low temperature to protect all the nutrients. And that's what attracted me to these, actually, because we love raw food. I was a raw food coach, and that's what attracted me to this. So it's raw juice beans. The powder's then encapsulated, leaving thousands of phytochemicals and living enzymes. And what I liked about these is also the science that backs this up. So there they are. These are your vegetables. And in your vegetables, you've got kale and carrot, and you've got all sorts of different vegetables. You've got 27 fruits, vegetables, and berries that I actually wouldn't buy and eat every day. But I get these every day. So this has been around for 27 years, which is very interesting because I hadn't come across it. Well, I thought I hadn't, and then my daughter reminded me that we came across it about 15 years ago in Sydney. It has about 40 peer-reviewed studies, and what these studies show is that Juice Plus actually decreases inflammation, and inflammation is the cause of a lot of disease. So the safety of the product also resonated with me. It's safe for breastfeeding mums, it's safe for pregnant mums, it's safe for children. And in saying that, for every adult that goes on the order, so as you can see, this is family friendly. We've got mum over here, and I've got my daughter here, my youngest here. So this is a family friendly event. This is what we do. We do all this around our families, so it's so cool. So with each adult order, you get children's chews. And these chews are the fruits and vegetable chews. And we kind of just go through these. So those are vegetable ones. They're little chewables. So you don't have to worry about taking your, we have, I think it may be in Australia, you're supposed to have about 5 to 7 serves of fruits and vegetables. Well, actually, it's found that you're supposed to have 9 to 12. And it can be very hard to do that. Not so much the accessibility, especially good produce, but also the costs of fruits and vegetables. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have it. This is just something that adds to our diet of fruits and vegetables. So it's whole food nutrition, and that ticked a big box for me. So they're completely child safe, pregnancy safe, breastfeeding safe. And we also have here our Omega capsules, which have got a few left because we've gone right through those. So these are our new Omega capsules. These are new. So we haven't had a new capsule product in our company for 15 years. And I love that we only have a few products, 3, I'll share a little bit about the other one, that have been researched, that have been studied, and that's something that I love. I'm not much of a scientist, but I love that people have done the research. So we wanted to, the company wanted to introduce the Omega blend, and the beauty with these, if you're familiar with Omegas, they are usually fish oils. Well, these are not. These come straight from the source, and that's the algae, okay? So the algae is mixed with raspberry seed oil, pomegranate oil, and I think there's about 5 different oils that they're mixed with, and it gives us our beautiful Omega blend. Our other product is our complete powders. Our complete powders, they come in vanilla and chocolate, and those have our superfoods. So I'll be honest with you, when I started with Juice Plus, I didn't actually have the powders. I thought powders were a way of, for people to lose weight and meal replacements, and that's just my belief. But when I researched a bit more, I found that it was a blend of superfoods that are raw and nourishing. You've got broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, radish spirulina, pomegranate pumpkin powder, mushroom powder, and yucca powder. These are things I probably haven't even tasted, but we get to have these daily in our bodies too. And they're not a meal replacement. However, some people find they get enough nutrients from them to just have them on their own. So we love that. They're awesome with our smoothies. We have them sometimes with frozen fruit. And we also, during winter, we make a beautiful hot chocolate with them. Now, one thing before I finish, I wanted to share with you is our program. Now, we have what's called the JBT program, and that we use throughout the whole year. Now, for some people, they're not into programs, and that's absolutely fine, but it's a myriad of recipes. We've got over 200, maybe more than that, recipes that are refined sugar-free, dairy-free, mostly dairy-free and gluten-free. And because what we've found that happens when we go on these is that our bodies change. Our desire for certain things change. And before I finish, I'll share my husband's story. So when he jumped on the products, he was a sugar addict. And I actually didn't want to give him the products because I thought I'd just be wasting my money. But he said, "Oh, just let me have a go." So he did. He must have known, because after 2 weeks he started taking his normal fizzy. He had lollies in his car, and he started to feel sick. So that's when I remembered, as my work as a raw food coach, that what you flood your body with, you'll crave more of. Like attracts like. And when we flood our body with good foods, we crave more of it. And we went on a trip. He got his donuts and his M&Ms, and he couldn't eat them. And that was a big thumbs up for us. We were really excited. So these recipes in the program helps to support that. So when you feel like your sugar, if you're a sugar person, a sweet tooth, there are recipes. We make sweet potato brownies. We make this gluten-free orange poppy seed cake, and there's chocolate in there, and there are even Ferrero Rochers. Seriously, they are amazing, and they are whole food based, and that's what we love. So we have a program that's coming up actually on the 22nd for anyone that's interested, and it's a challenge where any of our customers who decide that they'd like to jump on and join us, they actually have an opportunity to win $2,500, $2,500. It starts on Monday the 22nd, and for anyone who decides to take this nutrition into their bodies and get more fruits and vegetables and use it alongside the health and fat loss nutrition plan, fitness and fat loss exercise plan, transformation recording tools. So you actually go in there and you record your befores and afters. For those of you who are into that, it's a great incentive. Not only do you get to increase your health and vitality and release a few extra kilos into the universe, then you also have an incentive if that's your drive to win $2,500. That's what the winner gets. And runner-up female gets $500, runner-up male gets $500. You get added to a group. This is your nutritional support and the shakes, and unlimited Facebook and phone support. You'll get support from the person who added you. It's called our 8-week shred. It's only for 8 weeks. We've had some incredible results from it, and it's just been amazing. Can everyone hear me? Everyone hear me? Yeah, cool. Okay. For those of you that can't hear me, just check your sound. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there. That's what we're excited about. But the best things come from the stories. The stories are just what we love. It's all about our heart, and these stories come from the heart too. So I am going to pass the time over to my friend Andrea over in a place called, I think, Murtor. She's over near in Victoria. So Andrea, where are you, Andrea? Here she is. We're going to unmute you and we're going to spotlight you.
Whoa, that's a bit close. Hi guys, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm actually in Adelaide at the moment. Sorry. All right, that's better. We're actually in Adelaide at the moment, and I'm a bit sunburned. So welcome everyone to the event tonight. I started on the products about 15 months now, and it's the best thing I've ever done. I was introduced to the program by a friend. I was watching her things on Facebook and decided that I needed a change because I was very lethargic. I had gotten to a point in my life where I was very tired. I had no energy. I was a sugar addict and eating junk food, at least takeaway, at least 3 to 4 times a week. And I realized that wasn't a good example for my family, so I decided to jump on and start with the products. Within the first 2 weeks, I noticed, the first week actually, I noticed that my energy levels had actually gone up, and I had so much energy to run around and do things with my son. And in the 2 weeks of being on the program, I lost 5 kilos, and I also suffer from endometriosis, and so that's been a huge issue and a problem for me throughout being married. And I had a lot of pains when it came to having my period, but they were excruciating pains, and it just felt like someone was tying a rope around my waist and and pulling really tight for the first for the 2 weeks prior to having my period. But in the first month of being on the products, I actually realized that I got my period without any notice. And that's when I realized that my body was healing from the inside. So I haven't had any pains for the last 14 months. It's been a blessing to be able to live through life without these last 4 months without that pain, where I was always crying, and it was hard for my family. It's amazing what the products have done, because it's just fruit and vegetables. It's actually changed my way of thinking when it comes to food. I don't have sugar anymore. That craving, it stopped. I look at everything that I eat now. My body's actually craving for healthy food, fresh food, and no packaged stuff. So at home we don't have that anymore. And last year we actually did a bit of a shred, and I lost 5 kilos with it. And my husband lost about 10 to 12 kilos, and he's with doing the program, and he stopped. The sugar cravings have totally stopped for us, and it's amazing how our bodies actually are flooded with all these beautiful fruits and vegetables that we can't really get in the supermarket. I still buy things in the supermarket and stuff, but I know that I'm actually getting the good stuff into my body, and it's actually helped change a lot for my family. So yeah, I just want to share that with you, and um, I'll pass the time over now to Linda. All right,
Thank
bye.
you. Thanks, Andrea.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. My name's Linda, and I'm coming to you from Melbourne. I'm like Andrea. I was introduced to the program about 12 months ago, and I've been taking the capsules for all of that time, and the shakes for nearly as long as that. Now, Hinarera says I have to keep this to 2 to 3 minutes, so I've made some notes just to keep me on track. So I've sort of dot pointed it so that I keep it, because I'm so excited about my story. I started the capsules just before Christmas last year, so I've been on them the full year, maybe 13 months. And let's go back to January last year, so 1 year ago. I have osteoarthritis through my body from my neck to my toes. So I have chronic back pain, constant back pain. I was sleeping badly, partly because of the pain. I was very groggy and couldn't wake up in the morning. Some days it would take me about an hour and a half from the time I started to wake up until I actually got out of bed. I had no energy. I was struggling with anxiety. So back now to January this year to now, my chronic back pain is gone. I am not taking any pain meds at all now for the osteoarthritis. My sleep is great. I now wake up and get up within about 5 minutes. And I can get up, get dressed, get out and start doing my work, whatever I've got to do. My energy level is back to normal. I feel like I've got my mojo back. Is that still a current phrase? My anxiety has gone. Beginning of last year, I was seeing a chiropractor for my osteo on almost a weekly level. So sometimes twice, in 3 weeks at least for my osteo, for back pain, and to keep that. I went to the chiropractor this week for the first time since about November. And he said, well, your back's okay. My neck needed treatment, but I didn't need any, needling and adjusting in my lower back. Whereas before I was having needling in my neck and shoulders and my lower back every time I went. When I visited him last time in November, I had been taking the Omegas for about a month. I think it was about October when we got the Omegas came in, and I got my delivery, and I'd been taking the Omegas about a month. But when I was at the chiropractor's, we talked about some pain I was having in my wrists, and he diagnosed carpal tunnel syndrome. When I went to him this week, he mentioned that in a review of our last visit, and I suddenly thought, oh, I haven't had any pain. My wrists are fine. They're not hurting me anymore. So I'm putting that down to the Juice Plus and to the Omegas. So I don't know whether the carpal tunnel's fixed, but it's certainly not bothering me anymore. It's like the osteo. I'm sure the arthritis is still there, but the inflammation has obviously been reduced enough that it's not giving me any pain anymore. So I could go on for a lot longer, but I'm sure my 2 or 3 minutes are up. And, you know, like Andrea, these products are just the best thing that have ever happened to me. I feel so much better. I feel an absolute 100% better than I did this time last year. And so I won't be going off them. They've made a huge difference to my life and my health. You know, 12 months ago, I was using a walking stick. I haven't used a walking stick now since about April. I can walk again, whereas I couldn't before. I would struggle to walk. Now I'm walking again. So that for me is just amazing. I'm looking at, you know, looking after my grandchildren again when Mum goes back to work in a couple of months, and I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a joy again instead of being a bit of a chore, and being exhausted looking after a 4-year-old. And now there'll be a 9-month-old as well to look after every week. So I'm excited about that. So thank you, Juice Plus. It's a huge blessing in my life, and I'm so excited about the changes that it has done, you know, made for me. So that's my quick testimonial about what Juice Plus has done for me. I am now going to hand over to the lovely Turahina, who is on for the first time tonight.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Turahina.
I am a bit nervous, but this is my first time, so
Okay.
just bear with me. But I'm grateful for the opportunity that I have. Thank you for allowing me to be here, and welcome to some of my family members who are here with us at this time, and a friend.
Awesome.
A couple of them can't hear, so I don't know what's going on there.
Okay, you might just have to turn us up so they can hear us too, maybe if they're there. I'm not sure. But so Turahina tonight, she's launching her business, guys, and I'm going to ask her a few questions about it. So there is another side to Juice Plus. There is a business attached to it. And whilst we call it a business, it's actually, seriously, it's personal development disguised as a business, because we learn so much and we grow so much personally in this business. So Turahina, how long have you been on Juice Plus? What's happened as a result? And what's got you excited about sharing with other people in the business?
Okay, so I've been on the Juicy Beans for about 13 months now. I first started in 2016, November. Well, I've been on lots of different types of health supplements and tried different things to help with my health and to find ways to be more healthy and to help myself to feel good, because my system is very sensitive, so I've got to be very careful what I put in my mouth. What I eat has a huge effect on how I feel at the time. I can just feel what I'm eating and what it's doing to my body. So if I eat foods that are low vibrational, foods that are not good for me, like dairy, especially dairy, meat, I don't eat meat, rubbish with sugar and processed food, I feel horrible and I feel sick. So when you introduced these to me, Henrietta, as soon as I had to choose, I could just feel them going straight down my system, and I just knew straight away that I needed to have them, and I've been on them ever since. So I've seen the benefits in me. I have more energy. I'm usually quite energetic anyway, and very active in all that I do. I keep up with my sons, train with my oldest son at the gym. He's just turned 21 last month. And I run a lot, exercise, and just like to be active. So I need to just be mindful of what I consume. So these help me quite a lot. Taking the juicy beans, yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
And what's got you excited about the business, Chirihine, and sharing it with other people?
Well, it's about how I feel taking them and seeing how it's helped my children, all on them. Since my son's come back off his mission, he's lost, I thought it was 20 kgs, but it's not. He's lost nearly 15 kgs just in the short time he's been back since October. And he's even noticed a difference with himself and his energy levels, and that he feels good. So yeah, basically I just want to share my experience with others.
Cool.
As well, and how.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm really excited because Chirihine is we're in the same town. So it's really cool because I haven't actually been in the same town as another person sharing Juice Plus for a long time. Yeah, we're really excited to have you on board. So thank you so much for that. Thanks, Chirihine. We're going to pass it over to Debbie now. She's going to share a little bit about some of the myths that come with this business. And where are we? Hey, Debbie.
Hello.
Hello.
I am Debbie. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep. I'm Bree. I live in Tasmania. So I started Juice Plus back in February last year, just trying the products. And I actually ended up joining the business because people started seeing incredible results in my health and said, what are you taking? And they just wanted some too. So that's how why I joined the business. So for me, Juice Plus has completely changed my health. Back in February, I had pain. I had chronic fatigue. I had a mouthful of ulcers from my 2 autoimmune diseases. And now I get to do whatever I want. I do taekwondo several nights a week, and I go hiking with my family, and it's just completely changed my life. So it was a no-brainer to jump on the business because I had family and some friends that wanted the products. And I thought, well, look, I may as well get paid to recommend them, like why not? So, and it, every day just blows my mind really that, these little capsules, these little fruit and veggie capsules have changed my health. So that just made sense to me too. I'm going to talk a little bit about the business structure. So in traditional businesses, the structure of most traditional businesses is this sort of pyramid shape. And I used to work as a photographer in Melbourne a few years ago. So, and I've also worked in family daycare and in shops and that sort of thing. So when I worked as a photographer, I was sort of down here at this level. And there was a few other people, quite a lot of people in the company. So there was ladies that answered the phones and the reception. So we all sort of started down here. After about 6 months working as a photographer for the company, I approached them for a pay rise because I felt like I'd done a really good job. I had actually saved them a lot of money by a variety of things that I had done for the company, saved them heaps of money actually, and they agreed, yes, I did deserve a pay rise. So they gave me that pay rise and up I went to sort of that level. And when I was at this level, they were pretty much saying to me, okay, you're at management level now. If you're at management level and manage your wages, we expect you to stay later, work on weekends for free. When we go to interstate, because I used to do a lot of trade shows, when we go into state at the trade shows, you won't get paid for them anymore because you're a manager. And I just thought, hang on, isn't it supposed to be better when you work your way up, not worse? So anyway, there was a variety of other people that worked in the company. So there was other managers above me. And then at the top, there was the CEO. And he'd been there for about 20 years, a really, really intelligent guy. So it's highly unlikely I was ever going to get his job. So, you know, I had to settle with my life being pretty much, you know, middle of the range, asking for pay rises, begging for pay rises. So that's sort of the structure of traditional businesses. I'm going to talk a little bit about Juice Plus now and how our business structure is completely different from that. So our structure is a little bit more like this shape. So we all start down here as virtual franchises. So we're given our own online store, and we can start selling to customers straight away as a virtual franchise. And then the next level here is DVF, and you can reach that level when you pretty much have got, say, about 2 or 3 customers, and that happened for me in one day. I reached that level. And then the next level is SDVF, and I reached that in just over a month. So that was a few more customers. And then there's a couple more levels, and then there's National Marketing Director at the top. So you can see the huge difference in our company structure as we all start down here. So it doesn't matter if you're a mum, a stay-at-home mum, or, you know, you're a professional or you're a doctor, whoever you are, you start here. And we're all equal, and we've all got the ability to reach the top. Unlike when I was a photographer, I pretty much just stay down here forever. And what I love about Juice Plus, there's always someone, if you've got a question or if you need help, there's always someone to help you. And to actually get to this level, we actually need to help other people. And, you know, that's not like other businesses. When I was in my other business, I pretty much had to, you know, to reach the other levels, you know, I had to compete with other girls in the company. So that didn't really create a very nice environment to work in. So now with this company, I feel in total control of my earnings. I don't need to beg and justify for pay raises anymore. I pretty much get one each month if I work hard enough. And that's why I'm doing it. I love it. And that's all for me tonight. I think I'll pass it on to my sister Edith.
Okay. Let me just find Edith.
Hi, I'm Edith. I'm Debbie's sister who was just on before, and I'm in Melbourne. And I'm just a bit excited. I want to actually explain a little bit about the business side of it as well. One of the other myths is that a lot of people sort of think that to be in this business and to excel in this business, that you need to know a lot of people. Well, that's actually quite a big myth, because really the way our business really works is, say Henrietta starts off, I don't know if you can see that very well, I'll just close that bit. Henrietta starts off, and where it starts is that, say, Henrietta has introduced the business to Leona, and then Leona has then gone and introduced the business to a few other ladies, like Linda, Andrea, and my sister Debbie. Then my sister Debbie has come and introduced the product and the business to myself, so Edith, and another lady, Fiona. So already you can see, and then Henrietta's actually many more people she's actually introduced the business to as well, who all do the same thing. keeps going on. So you can actually just see from here, and only Henry has only introduced it to, say, Leona. If it was only just the one person, it's already expanded all the way out to all these other people too. So from just knowing, maybe you might link arms with just, say, one or two really good friends, and from there it can just snowball. So we call this the popcorn effect, because as far as people thinking, I need to know lots of people and I need to introduce it to all my friends, and I don't want to try to rope all my friends into this, and in actual fact it may just be you have one or two people who are actually genuinely interested in it, and from that they can introduce people, and those people introduce people, and then and that's how we get our popcorn effect. So I think we're kind of a little bit out of time at the moment, so I've just kept it really short and sweet tonight, but that gives you an idea of how we spread the business around to other people. Thank you, and I'm passing it on to Brooke.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having me all on. I love hearing these stories. Just check that you can hear me. Thumbs up. Yeah, cool. So my name's Brooke Anderson. I'm in Far North Queensland in Cairns, and I came across this opportunity 2 years ago, and I have a pretty powerful product story. I won't go into it, but let's just condense it down to about 4 words. It's changed my life. I struggled with a 15-year battle with a chronic digestive issue and lots and lots of anxiety, eating disorders, and the products have just been a game changer for me. So I passionately now share that with others, and I love this business gives you. There's so many different opportunities. So I'm a single mama to a beautiful 3-year-old boy, and with this business that I've been able to build over time, it now allows me, it frees me up with time with my boy, and not have to put him in daycare if I don't want to. I do have him in daycare just for the interaction with other children and the learning different skills that I can't give him myself. So but look, within the last 2 years in this business, I've done a lot of traveling, which has been incredible, which I never thought that I would be able to achieve. My previous job was dental nursing, which I did for a good 15 years. And with that, lots of, working long hours, and I felt quite unappreciated for a lot of the practices that I worked at. So long hours, and I just felt that I was underpaid for the work that I was doing. So I'm grateful that I came across this opportunity, because it's allowed me to build my income in my own time around my son. And as I said, it's given me opportunities to travel. So next month, all my family are in Victoria. I'm in the far north, and my sister's in Perth. And so I'm going to be spending 2 months on the road, going down to Victoria to see my family. And then later on in the year, we've also got a conference, so a Juice Plus conference in Perth, which is incredible, because we all get together and learn and share and spend time together. And that's just a travel opportunity. And then the start of next month, as I hit the road, I'm going to be going down to Noosa, because we've got a retreat there. So lots of training. And as Hinadetta said, the personal development, that's been game changer for me, like it has for each and every one of us. I know that I can speak for all of us, and it's just a beautiful community to be a part of, and just for personal growth, for self-growth, and to build a residual income that you can't just build, that grows over time, whether you're working on it flat out or just a little bit here and there, it'll grow over time with you, which is not something that I was able to achieve in my dental nursing job. So look, I'm just excited. I'm excited for the future, and I'm really thankful that I was able to share with you all tonight. So if you have any questions, I guess I'll hand it over to Hinadetta, and she can sign us off.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Brooke. Thank you, everybody. I didn't know any of these ladies. No, I didn't. I didn't know. I knew Tilly, sorry, but everyone else I didn't know, and I didn't meet face to face until I too travelled. I went to conference. I went to trainings, and it's just been this amazing community. And you know that when you get with other women that empower other women, it's just, we're just a force to be reckoned with. It's just beautiful. So I'm so blessed that I also too, I'll be able to meet up with a lot of these ladies here, and the rest of our team and our leaders, and build something for my family. It's about building a dream for my family. We are creating, and we're actually doing that as well. We're creating a life that we love. And for us, our life is to explore, to create good family bonds and family unity, and meet other people and share with them. So thanks everyone for jumping on. If you have any questions about the shred, then talk to the person who invited you to this. It's open to anyone who's a customer, okay? And if you have questions about the products, please reach out to the person. And also, if you have questions about how you too can build a residual income. If you don't know anything about residual income, guys, read anything by Robert Kiyosaki, Google what residual income is. It's changed our lives, and we're grateful to be able to share it with you guys. So thanks everybody. I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to unmute everybody so that they can all say goodbye and thank you, thank you, thank you. Where are we? Hang on a minute. Wait there. And unmuting everybody. Thanks everyone. Bye. I did unmute you all. Thanks everyone. See you later.
A crocodile.
Bye-bye.